Dr. Phil likes juicy stories? Well, here's one about his show. Oh yeah! After reading some of the comments on Glassdoor.com from former Dr. Phil employees, in my opinion, the show's executive producers need some counseling. Dr. Phil's staff needs to get Dr. Phil'd. It is they who need an intervention. The bosses at the Dr. Phil show, apparently, according to these comments, are in crisis mode. But I'll let you decide, because in reality, anybody can post to Glassdoor.com, so these accounts are not verified, and most, if not, are anonymous. I'll link to the Glassdoor.com page below in the video description, but here are a few of them, the good and the bad. First is a production intern from November 2014. This person said they met a lot of cool people and celebrities from working on the Paramount Studios lot. You get access to movie screenings and tours, and it's fast-paced when the season was getting close to starting. The bad part of the internship is they have repetitive duties. There's a lot of sitting inside all day. They unfortunately got an off-season internship, which, yeah, dude, or dudette, that's bad. But they would have preferred to do work than sit around aimlessly for hours. So it sounds like they don't need interns during the off-season. That's the way I look at it. Here's one from October 2015. The work is relatively flexible, coworkers are friendly and easy to work with, and the work is easy. However, the pay is way lower than you can get for transcribing at other places. The next post is titled Very Stressful. It's from December 2015. It's the top talk show on television, so it looks good on your resume. But it's a high-stress job, long hours, and low pay. This one is a lot more detailed, and it comes from a production assistant. They've been working on the Dr. Phil show full-time. At the time of the post, March 2016, they're a current employee, and they said that you get good industry experience. The coworkers on the low end of the totem pole are great to work with. During the Thanksgiving break, they still got paid, and they work 8 months out of the year. The bad part, long, brutal hours. You work weekends pretty much every weekend. For the low-level employees, the workload is enormous, the pay sucks, the company culture is bad, and there's a lot of people who are being replaced often. The other comment this person has to say is that the management expects loyalty but doesn't inspire loyalty. In one season at the Dr. Phil show, over 30 people quit or were fired due to mistakes by management. Yeah. The person said if management treated workers better by being honest with them, gave reasonable benefits, and pay for the workload, stopped throwing low-level employees under the bus, allowed more days off rather than working employees 2 to 3 weeks in a row, and made an effort to provide a happy, fun company culture, they would be able to keep their employees rather than consistently fill vacancies. This is key. I don't think people realize how important this is. Like, when you lie about coworkers, it doesn't matter if you're the boss or if you're a low-level employee. That is beyond messed up. You have to own your mistakes. And if you don't, you're a complete... I gotta censor that because of YouTube, but yeah, you're a complete a-hole. One person said they are barely making minimum wage. This guy or girl said, would not recommend. It's fun to work on the Paramount lot, but that's probably the best thing that I can say about my experience. The hours are not as long as most daily talk shows, although I did work every weekend. I have worked on many high-stress productions, and there was at least a sense of camaraderie among the production staff. I have to say that there was a general level of misery that made the long hours feel even longer. They also don't promote very often. I was promoted after a year, but there were many others that felt slighted and were on the hunt for other opportunities. I left for another job opportunity, and when I told them I was leaving, They had the nerve to threaten me, saying that I had signed a contract and I had to stay. It's the industry norm to sign a contract and the industry norm to jump ship for a better opportunity. I was not going to a competing show, so their threat was off base. And I'll wrap it up with one more. There are others that I would recommend reading. Again, go to that link in the video description. So this one is from October 2015, Horrible Place to Work. And this person said that they worked there for more than 10 years. The good things are that there was a regular paycheck and that you got a good feeling sometimes that maybe guests' lives were being helped in a positive way. Also, they paid during holidays. Here's the bad part. Angry, mean executives who scream at people, horrible hours, way too much stress, a host who used to care but is clearly only concerned about money now, his wife who wants his show to be her show, no more benefits, massive layoffs, and the reduced staff expected to do all the same work. Even contracts don't mean anything anymore. But the good news is the show has been renewed until 2020. Oh man. If they have a problem with this video, and by the way, the reason I didn't put Dr. Phil's logo on here or any clips from the show is because I know they'll yank this video right down if I did. But the bottom line is, if the Dr. Phil show has any problems with this video, I will challenge you guys to come on my channel right here. Yeah, I'd like to do an intervention of you guys. But I highly doubt that will happen. Am I right? Prove me wrong if I'm not.